Y'all, we have some breaking Stranger Things Season 5 news, which basically explains why Volume 2 is so bad, basically, and why a lot of us don't like it, because we actually have reports explaining how much things were cut from this actual season. I'm going to put the reports on screen, but I'm going to read it for you anyways, okay? These are coming from a reliable source on Twitter who accurately leaked multiple details from Volume 1 of Season 5. He says that Will's arc with Vecna and Henry was significantly shortened in the actual version we got versus what it was going to originally be. Originally, Elle and Mike were going to go into Camazotz to save Will, and Will was going to be in Camazotz with Max, obviously, instead of it being Holly and Max, which taking up a bunch of the show so far. And a deeper exploration of Will's sexual trauma was going to be explored here, but they can't do that or else the show would have had to be TVMA. And then we were actually going to have the situations with Byler, as everyone was talking about, we're actually going to play through, it seems. We were going to have Mike and Will have multiple scenes. One of them was going to be a romantic scene in the basement, which I'll explain in a second, and the other ones were going to have a situation where a heavy song had a heavy impact, like we had Running Up That Hill for Max. We were going to have a song called Just Like Heaven by The Cure. It was going to be a song that tied to Will and Mike and them getting out, or Will getting out of Camazotz. Like I mentioned, Max and Will were going to be a part of a team, and that would have explained their sudden closeness that they seem to have in recent episodes, even though Will and Max have not even really interacted much throughout the show. So that would have explained that. And then also there was supposedly a scene of Will being tortured in front of his loved ones, and there was also going to be a fake out scene for Will's death that would have been similar to season 1. And these reports and claims are apparently supported by the fact that the actress who plays Holly Wheeler basically posted a story of two puppies named Mike and Will together to the song called Just Like Heaven, like I just talked about on her Instagram story. Also, there's going to be a sequence with the Squawk radio station or something like that, that basically, you know, kind of, I guess referred to romantic encounters happening in a basement. Those romantic encounters taking place via Mike and Will, okay? A romantic scene in the basement was planned with Mike and Will, and the 11 and Max reunion was supposed to happen in a different way, in a different area of Vecna's mind, I guess, and that's why you can see when 11 reunites with Max on screen, as we see, it looks like Elle just kind of like cares, but obviously, but she's not really, you don't feel that emotion in Millie's performance, because in this writing, obviously, for the original plans, they were already going to have interacted multitude of times in different ways. So this kind of explains, you know what I'm saying, why we have so many things cut. If you remember, the original episodes for the last like half of this season, it was like an hour 40, an hour 45, an hour 50, and then the finale was going to be over 2 hours. And now you look at it, we had like an hour and 5 minutes, an hour and 10, an hour and 5. It's not as long. They've cut hours out of this season, and these reports claim it, and they make sense actually in claiming those things. So this is absolutely insane, and quite frankly, it explains a lot about why this season feels rushed, disconjointed, and underdeveloped in multiple story and plot areas and character areas as well. Let me know your thoughts.